Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Clarabelle9 here, back at it with another video. And I am pretty much better from being sick. So, anyways. Yeah, we're gonna head back to our den. And then we're gonna raise the affinity a bit. And then we're gonna sleep until like evening, and then we're gonna wake up. This pack is like the Halloween pack, right? So it would make most sense for them to be active at night. Anywho, so that's what we're gonna be doing. Anyways. Yeah, I don't know what to talk about. Besides, it is Spooky Month, I think. Urban legends. We're gonna do some urban legends. There we go. So we're gonna get back to our den. Oh my goodness, I forget how pretty this den is. Okay. Alabama, Hell's Gate Bridge. The generally accepted story of Hell's Gate Bridge, there we go, starts in the 1950s. A young couple driving over the bridge somehow drove their car off the bridge one night and they both drowned. There are two legends associated with Hell's Gate Bridge. One, that if you drive your car out to the middle of the bridge and turn off the lights, the couple will magically appear in your car and leave a wet spot on your seat. Since they drowned, you know. I know, my nose is running and my tissue box dropped. It's slightly annoying being sick, because I have not been sick since the beginning of the pandemic. The other, which is how the bridge got its name, is the belief that if you drive over the bridge and look over your shoulder halfway through, the scenery behind you turns into a portal to hell engulfed flames. Potentially to curb ghost hunters and bored teenagers. Hell's Gate Bridge is closed to cars, and it is in such disrepair that walking across is strongly discouraged. Where is Zombie? Zombie? No, I do not want to go in the den. I'm trying to feed Zombie. Where did Zombie go? Okay. Alaska. The Kushtagha of the Alaskan Triangle. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I am so sorry if I butchered it. I probably did. It's fine. Anyways, we need zombie to eat so that way we can sleep. Everyone knows the story of the Bermuda Triangle, but you might not know about the Alaskan Triangle. On average, 5 out of every 1,000 people go missing in Alaska. According to the LA Times, even if there's nothing supernatural going on, it's easy to get lost in the Alaskan wilderness. The Tlingit, there we go, tribe who lives in Juneau have their own explanation for the high number of missing people. Evil spirits called the Kushtaka. The Kushtaka are shapeshifters, half man, half otter, who lure women and children to the water with fake cries in order to steal their human spirits and drown them. Frankie, where are you going? Get back here. Gosh, these children are troublemakers. Okay, we're gonna sleep. The Ghosts of Slaughterhouse Canyon, Arizona. The story of Slaughterhouse Canyon has also called the less frightening Luna's Canyon. Takes place during the gold rush. During the 1800s, there was a family who lived down there in the canyon. They were very poor, so the father would venture out into the canyon for food for his family. As you might have guessed, one day the father did not return, so his family slowly starved and descended into madness. The mother, unable to bear listening to her children's cries anymore, put on her wedding dress, murdered her children, and then threw them in a nearby river. The next day, she succumbed to starvation herself. Okay, we are awake. It is night. Sarah, get in the den. Miss Sanderson, don't go causing any trouble. The legend states that if you go down to Slaughterhouse Canyon at night, even now you'll hear the loud, anguished cries of the mother who lost her mind. Slightly terrifying. Okay. I love creepy urban legends, so like... I also have some like Magic Treehouse books and stuff like that are nice and spooky. Well, not like too spooky since they are for children, but you know. Go in the den, children. Me and your father need to get food. That'll be pretty much it. We like usually have like nothing to do in the beginning. Anyways, Arkansas. The Boogie Creek Monster. The Boogie Creek Monster of... I'm not going to pronounce it, but it's F-O-U-K-E. I don't know how to pronounce it. Folk. Like folk? I don't know. Is Arkansas's version of Sasquatch. He's commonly accepted to be around 7 to 8 feet tall and covered in hair. Legend says that he roams the creeks of rural Arkansas. He was first spotted in 1834, when people reported seeing a wild man. People who claim to spot the Boogie Creek Monster today, people still claim to spot the Boogie Creek Monster today, and he has been the subject of 5 featured-length films, including 1972's The Legend of Boogie Creek. California, the Charman. The Charman's origin story is gruesome. A father and a son who were both caught in a house fire and horribly burnt in 1948. After the fire, the son became so mentally unstable that he killed his father. When the police found the son, he was so unrecognizably burnt that they didn't realize he was alive. So he ran away before they were able to arrest him for the murder of his father. The story goes that ever since then, the Charman can be spotted wandering the woods surrounding Old Jai, occasionally approaching tents of innocent campers or pretending to be a hitchhiker and then attempting to attack them. Colorado. The many legends of Riverdale Road. Riverdale Road is a site of not 1, but 8 creepy stories, ranging from a hell gate to ghosts of slaves hanging from trees. The stretch of the road is decently spooky. The creepiest story, though, is that of the phantom jogger. One day there was a driver who hit a jogger, freaked out, and left him for dead. Now, it's said that if you park at the side of the crash, you'll hear disembodied footsteps getting closer and closer to your car. People have reported handprints on the windows and banging noises as if someone was kicking the outside. Connecticut. Hannah Cran. Known as the Wicked Witch of Monroe, Hannah Cranna, I think. It's either Hannah Cran or Hannah Cranna, I don't know. Gained a reputation as a witch in the 19th century when her husband died by mysteriously falling off a cliff, and locals reportedly believed that she had bewitched him. People also believed that she would cast spells on people she didn't like. Hannah lived to the age of 77, but right before she died, she asked to be carried down to the cemetery in her coffin by foot, not wagon. After her death, the people of Monroe tried to wheel her coffin down the hill, but were unable. The coffin kept falling off, so they were forced to carry it. When the townspeople returned to her home, it was found to be engulfed in flames, sealing Hannah's reputation of witchcraft. Now you can visit her real grave in Trumbull. When I hear the word Trumbull, I think Trunchbull from Matilda. Like that's Trunchbull? I don't know. Delaware. The ghost of Mr. Chew. Which, not a particularly mean-spirited ghost. Samuel Chew's story is still disconcerting. Chew was the Chief Justice of the Delaware Supreme Court in 1741. As the story goes, while he was alive, he didn't get the respect he deserved. People frequently made fun of his name by mimicking sneezes while he walked by. After his death, people reported seeing his ghost sitting under a popular tree wandering the courthouse, and generally creeping out the residents of Dover. Chew would also pull on men's coattails and give women a cold, icy feeling. Gravity-defying Spook Hill, Florida. I'm going to read the sign because they have a Spook Hill sign as well. This legend of Spook Hill. Ages ago, an Dan Town or Lake Wales Lake was plagued with raids by a huge gator. The town's great warrior chief and the gator were killed in a final battle that created the huge swampy depression nearby. The chief was buried on its north side. Later, pioneer haulers coming from the old army trail atop the ridge above found their horses laboring here at the foot of the ridge and called it Spook Hill. Is the gator seeking revenge on the chief protecting his land? So that's the legend. Hang on. We're gonna get to our food. And then we're gonna start heading back. And then I'll continue the story. Because that was just a sign. We've actually got the story of it. But that's just a sign. I'm pretty sure this, like, I don't know. The phenomenon that happens at Spook Hill is real. Cars that are parked in neutral will appear to roll uphill. Legend says the hill is either the site of a Native American burial ground or an epic battle of a Native American chief against a crocodile. But the truth is actually just an illusion created by the hill's surroundings. While cars appear to be rolling uphill, they are still just rolling downhill. So it's not that interesting. Georgia, the ghost town of Lake Lanier. At the bottom of Lake Lanier lies almost fully intact towns, ferries, a racetrack, and multiple cemeteries. The Georgia government is in its determination to create Lake Lanier bought up entire towns in order to clear the space for the lake after they received congressional approval in 1946. They just decided to let the water cover up the towns rather than demolishing them. Now Lake Lanier has decidedly eerie feel about it. There have been an unusual number of freak accidents and deaths on the lake. In 2011, there were 17 deaths alone. Many of the people who drowned have been recovered. People have reported feeling arms and legs in the water, but have not been able to find them right after, leading people to believe that spirits still roam the lake. Hawaii. Night Marchers. I honestly love the story of the Night Marchers. Don't ask, I love this urban legend. Night Marchers, according to Hawaiian lore, are not evil spirits, but they do demand respect. They are spirits of ancient Hawaiian warriors who march around the island to protect sacred areas. Legend says that if you look directly at a night marcher, you will be marked for death. And if by some chance you find yourself in the middle of a procession, you are supposed to lie down in the middle of the road. I don't know. I really like that. Idaho. The water babies of Massary Rocks. Water babies are a Native American legend that are found in a couple of different places in America. But most famously is Porcello? I don't know. At the Massery Rock State Park. The Shoshone tribute was first recorded in 1805 and were roaming the Great Plains as early as the 1500s. But it's not clear when exactly the legend originated. There we go. But the story goes that the Shoshone, I don't know, experienced an extreme famine. I don't know what that means. And mothers were forced to drown their babies in the river rather than watch their children starve. Today, some people claim that if you sit quietly at the river by Massery Rocks, you'll hear the sounds of baby cries. Other stories say that the babies grew gills and fins and survived, and now they seek revenge on their mothers by luring unsuspecting victims to their death in the river. Illinois, Homie the Clown. Also, please keep in mind, clowns completely creep me out. I am terrified of clowns. It's a very common phobia. For some reason, I just do not like clowns. They creep me out. I don't know. Throughout the suburbs of Chicago in the 90s, there was a rumor going around elementary schools. There was a creepy man dressed as Homie the Clown. Yes, from In Living Color. Driving around in a white van, trying to lure kids in with candy and money. In some variations, he was a kidnapper, and others, he was an R-word. But in all variations, Homie left a mark on young Chicago kids in the 90s. Indiana. The Hundred Steps Cemetery. The Hundred Steps Cemetery is located in the town of Brazil, though the official address is actually disputed. While it's not clear when the stories about the cemetery being haunted began, there are gravestones that date back to the 1860s. The legend says that if someone finds themselves in the cemetery at midnight, they must climb the steps and count to 100. At this point, a ghost of an undertaker will appear and show the person a vision of their death. On the way back down, the visitor is supposed to count the steps again. If they count the same amount of steps, the vision was false. But if they count a different number, I guess it's true. People who visited the cemetery in the past have tried to outsmart the supernatural forces in 100 steps by avoiding the steps altogether. They've reported being knocked or shoved to the ground by an unseen force. So if you do ever visit the cemetery, don't avoid the steps, I guess, and do count to 100? I don't know, but I'm not going there, and if I do, I'm gonna be following these rules. Anyways, Iowa, the Black Angel. The Black Angel stands over 8 feet tall in Oakland Cemetery in Iowa City, and she is black due to oxidization. There we go. Most likely because of her dark appearance, multiple legends have cropped up around her. One legend says that a pregnant woman should never walk under her, or she'll lose the child. Others say that if you touch or kiss the statue, you'll be dead within 6 months. Whether haunted, cursed, or complete harmless, the statue is definitely a somber sight to see. Kansas, the Devil's Chair. This is a very well-known urban legend, so some of you might know it. The legend of the Devil's Chair goes like this. An old farmer in Alma refused to sell his land to the city in order to build a new cemetery. Someone got a little too tired of waiting for him to sell, so he was pushed into his own well. Eventually, someone said that there was a terrible smell coming from the well. So, the city sent someone to investigate. It was ruled that the well was empty, and it was boarded up. Now, if you make your way to Alma, you can actually sit on the boarded up well. The legend says that people who have sat on the well have been known to mysteriously disappear. Also, one thing that they don't mention in this is you're supposed to leave gifts. Like people will like leave beer bottles and stuff, like full bottles of beer and stuff like that, and like food for them and stuff. And then they'll come back, and like the beer will be like empty and stuff, and it's pretty interesting. Anyways, Kentucky, the Goat Man of Pope Lick. There's also the story of Goatman's Bridge, which might be in here. I don't know though. But we're gonna get all the way up to our den since we're almost there. Give our pup some attention, then kind of just chill till sunrise. And then sleep. Hello, Penny, always first out of the den. Gosh, my computer is not happy with me. I do not know why. Well, this ain't my computer, it's my mom's, but still, it's not happy with me. Here you go, zombie. Okay. Yeah, Mama? Yeah? Anyways, there's no clear consensus of how the Goat Man came to be. Some say he was a circus performer, others say he was a farmer who tortured his goats for Satan, and in return was transformed into a hideous goat monster. However, everyone does agree on his appearance: dark fur, pale skin, goat legs, and horns. Okay. The monster is said to hide under the bridge of Pope Lick Creek in Louisiana to lure people into the train tracks, only to see them be hit by oncoming trains. Sadly, this urban legend has had some dangerous consequences. In 2016, an Ohio woman fell to her death from the bridge while looking for the Goat Man. Basically, don't go looking for him unless you have a death wish, I guess. I don't know why my FPS is so mad at me. This helped a slight bit, but it does not help with the quality. Anyways, it is time to end off the episode here, y'all. I'm gonna just fix this real quick, and then we're gonna end off the episode. But, anyways, it is time to end off the episode, so if you guys did enjoy this episode, then you might like others, please make sure you give this video a good old pause up and subscribe. Also, make sure you hit that bell notification so that way you don't miss any single time I upload. And during this spooky season, we will be having a lot more episodes like this, and maybe some more spooky urban legends. I really do hope you enjoy. I'll see you in the next one, and bye-bye, guys.